Hey guys, welcome back to the FM Journeyman save here on the ChesnoidPlays channel. Thank you very much for those of you that continue to show your support for this save on YouTube. I appreciate it very much indeed. I know it doesn't get many views at all, but I very much enjoy making the FM content, and I'm very glad that you guys are still continuing to watch it and enjoy it, albeit in smaller numbers than we're perhaps usually used to with our YouTube content. We hope to maybe have a new job today, or at least have one lined up. We had a job interview at Oxford in the last episode, and we're still waiting to hear back as to whether they will offer me the job or not. Cambridge United manager Mark Bonner is favourite for the position still, but we have had an interview at Oxford, and should we get approached, we would look to take over that position at the end of the current season. We are still looking to end this year at Notts County. We just would like to have another job lined up for next year before we get there. Otherwise, our contract will expire here at Notts County, and we will then be to the job centre looking for a new job in the summer. For the time being, though, we're going to crack on with our league football here. I am untouchable, according to the Notts County board, unsurprisingly, given the fact that we won the league last year and are now top of the next league as well. Moving forward, though, we've got Salford away, who are bottom of the table. We've got a few tired players in there, so we'll have to rotate a little bit. We are 5 points clear at the top, 13 points clear of 4th place Stockport as we continue to try and get automatic promotion for Notts County for next season. Like I say, we will rotate here in this one for this game in a couple of areas, but that shouldn't be too much of a problem. Rolsey can come back in there as well, and we'll move Booty into the deep line playmaker. And we should hopefully be able to still relatively comfortably get victory in this next game. Do drop the video a like if you're continuing to enjoy this content. Let me know in the comment section if at this stage you think I'll get the Oxford job. And if we do, whether you think we'd actually do well there. Do you think we could take Oxford to the Championship in the space of a couple of seasons? If you don't think we'll get the Oxford job, where would you like me to end up? I'd be very curious indeed. For now, though, we're going to concentrate on the football. And the football is here. Come on, lads, please. Well, Kirby's frustrated by the encouragement. Of course you are, pal. Langstaff's still having an absolute shitter. He missed the pen, but his rating continues to get worse. And that's ended up in the back of the net. Tom White nods home from close range. And Salford lead. We've won it back, though. Rolsey, look for Cottrell in behind. He's got there first. Ben Cottrell equalises. His 5th goal of the season. Off the bench, Ben Cottrell. And does enough to hopefully help us avoid defeat. But can we, in the final 10 minutes, maybe push on and go and get another? Here we go, just 2 minutes later. Blake to Kirby. Blake into the middle. Cottrell again over the bar. We might get a winner here. Jeff King with the delivery. Luke Harris, we have found a winner. Harris buries it at the back post. Salford don't deserve this, but we'll still be very, very pleased with the turnaround. We've left it very late here. It's off the inside of the post as it goes in as well, but we've missed the penalty. We've had a clear-cut one-on-one chance come off the very inside of the post as well. It'll count, and that should be enough to see us take victory here whilst we try and see it out. Oh, which we won't do. Marcus Dackers equalises for Salford. They hit back immediately. Unbelievable. Coming up towards the end of the game, it didn't look like we were going to get anything other than a 1-0 defeat. Then, out of nowhere, we suddenly thought we were going to get a 2-1 win. And now, it's 2-2. And we might even still lose it. We will still lose it in the 95th. Welcome back to Football Manager, Ches. First game of the day. 1-0 down to 2-1 up to 3-2 down in stoppage time against bottom of the bloody league. I tell you what, get me to Oxford. Oh man, this is outrageous. There's still highlights ongoing here. Harris into the middle. Shimanga. It's 3-3 in the 96th. What is this? It was 1-1 in the 90th minute, and in the 96th, it's 3-3. What is life? Wow. That's football. That's Football Manager. First game of the day. Jeez. 92, 95, 96. Unreal. Oxford interview unsuccessful. We will not get the Oxford United job. Board was satisfied with the plans you put forward in your interview, but ultimately decided you weren't the right person to take the club forward. They've gone for Mark Robbins, who was unemployed. So there is no job now available because of who they've hired. Back to the drawing board then. Back to the drawing board. That's frustrating, because I would genuinely have liked that job, actually, at Oxford. Big size club with a decent budget as well. They offered me more than $500,000 in a transfer budget. Well, we'll try and get a couple of new players through the door here at Notts County then in this winter transfer window to try and ensure that we can get this club up, and then hopefully our reputation as a manager will be improved as much that someone else will come in for us. But we'll still continue to apply for jobs throughout the course of the season. Faulkner back to Kyle Noyle. Worldy. Right back Kyle Noyle, formerly of Cambridge United, scores a fantastic opening goal for Doncaster Rovers. Whelp is the word indeed, Jordan. Not that you were referring to that with your whelp, but I'm going to refer to that with a whelp. Whelp. Blake to Cottrell rolls. Shumanga's played in. It's a tight angle. It's not too tight, though. 1 minute and 20 seconds into the second half. And perhaps that sterner team talk has immediately shown dividends. Keeper probably should do better, but we don't care. We don't care. 15 shots in the game, but only 4 on target. And it doesn't look like we're going to get a victory here either. Back-to-back draws for Notts County. Frustrating. See, they wanted me to pay all of his wages. That was the issue with Shane Flynn. I'd absolutely loan him in, but they want me to pay all of his wages. So it's a no. I'm not paying £1,500 a week for a player from a parent club. No wage contribution. That's too good to say no to. 16 passing, 17 positioning. Hello, friendo. Hello, friendo. Hey, let's go. Oh, the Leicester parent club is coming good in the end. Doncaster away in the Papa John's Trophy. We won the FA Trophy on our way up last season, but we'll see what we can do today. We obviously just drew against them in the league, and we are playing a rotated 11 in the cup, so I'm not overly confident of getting through here against Donny, but we'll do what we can. We've got a game against Millwall in 3 days' time as well, so we really could do without... Well, I guess it will go to... Oh, I was going to say, I guess it will go to penalties, not extra time, but it won't even go to penalties. We've been able to nab a goal in stoppage time against Doncaster. There have been a lot of goals in stoppage time today, haven't there? Jordan Davies with a free kick. Nick flicks it on, and Kyle Cameron, captain fantastic on this occasion, nods it home. Tight offside, not even close. Not even close. 2 defenders, the right side of the line from our perspective. We're going to win. Thank you, Kyle. Good assist from Nick. That's his first goal contribution, I think, for the club since coming up from the youth system. Oh, no, he has scored a goal. Oh, of course he did. He scored a very good goal in the Papa John's Trophy against Man United's under-21s. Well done, lads. It's a good win for us. We could come up against Arsenal's under-21s, Crewe, Lincoln, Wolves' under-21s, Crawley, Ipswich or Wickham. All of which would be very difficult games. Ourselves and Crawley, the only 2 remaining League 2 sides in the competition, and we've been drawn against Ipswich, which is probably the most difficult tie we could possibly have gotten. Caden Jackson is destroying the back of the net this season. 19 in 34 in all comps. 9 in 7 in the cup. And got 16. He's got more goals in all competitions so far this season than he did last year. Connor Chaplin's also bagged 16 in all comps for them too. Ipswich are a very, 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 very good side. That might be as far as we go in the Papa Johns, I think. Millwall away in the FA Cup. Without doubt, on paper, the most difficult game we've played so far this season. However, look at their recent form. They've lost at least 5 straight games. Braybrook makes his debut on loan from Leicester. We might, and I hesitate even saying might, stand the chance of pulling an upset off here at the New Den. We've not necessarily been spectacular ourselves recently, have we? So, we can't go into it super confident, but we trust our own ability. They're not having a great season. We're having a strong season. So there is a chance. Here's Braybrook. Looking for an assist on debut. Shimanga's touch. He will get an assist on debut. 25th goal of the season. Bionkowski makes the save to push it wide, but doesn't keep it, or in fact, sorry, doesn't push it out of play. Braybrook with the vision. Shimanga's on his bike. Really heavy touch. Keeper tries to push it out of play. Doesn't put enough on it. And Shimanga turns it home. We lead by a goal to 0 against championship opposition. Go on then, Rosie. Go on, Rosie! Ah, no. That's a ping. Bradshaw's going to have the pace to get there. And the finish on the end of it as well. Tom Bradshaw's 6th goal of the season. And Millwall are level. Oh, it's given away by Millwall. Can Shimanga punish them for that? Oh, can he ever? How is that for a finish from Kabongo Shimanga? 26th goal of the season. Wow. 26 yards out. 26th goal of the year. Poor from Fleming. Gives it straight to Rolsey. Shimanga's a long way out here. So much to do. But finds the very far top corner. Well, if we're going to beat opposition from 2 leagues above us, that's quite the way to do it. 91, 92, 93, 94. That is a cup upset. Notts County 2, Millwall 1. Nobody gave us a chance in that game against opposition from 2 leagues above us, but we did say that their form has been really poor. Cambridge lose, unfortunately, by a goal to 0 to Cheltenham. Their form has been diabolical. They are on an awful run of form. They find themselves 20th in the Championship. Despite having form that's that bad, they're still not in the relegation zone. Portsmouth only 16 points. Damn. But that's us through to the next round of the FA Cup. Through to the 4th round. Here we go. We get 100 grand for that as well. Braybrook makes his professional debut and was very good in it too. Could have gotten the, or should really have gotten the assist for the first goal, but unfortunately wasn't able to do so. Let's see, we get West Ham away, no. Southampton away, no. Birmingham away, no. Luton, City, Newcastle, Fulham, Blackburn, Burnley. Wow, what a game that is to play Sheffield Wednesday or Chelsea. Stockport, that'd be a dream. Watford, Cheltenham, we'll take that. Huddersfield or Peterborough. Cardiff or Bristol City would be tough. They'll get Leicester or Arsenal. We will be at home. At home to Wigan. At home to, well, are they League One or are they Championship still? They came back down, Wigan, relegated last year from the Championship, but still having a very good season up in 3rd in League One. We have beaten League One opposition already this season in the FA Cup. We have beaten Championship opposition already this season in the FA Cup. Can we beat a League One opponent again? Bristol Rovers away. Some new players in there. Ben Grist making his debut for us. George Williams making his debut for us. Sammy Braybrook making his debut for us in the league after starting in the Cup against Millwall. In the league, we've not been great, actually, of late. back-to-back draws, I think, in the league. But I'd love victory here today to send us 11 points clear of Stockport and MK Dons if we can get the dub. Free kick for Rovers. Terrible time to concede if this leads to a goal. Drops to Beasley. Finds Rowe again. Love. Oh. Yeah, as it said in the bottom there, you don't save those. I don't think he's ever hit a shot that hard in his life, Donald Love. It's his first goal of the season. And you might well say that was worth waiting for. It was past the keeper before he even managed to get anywhere near the trajectory of the ball. That was an unbelievable strike. The right back with an astonishing goal. Bristol Rovers lead by 1. And certainly we'll be thrashing our arms out there, trying to get a response out of everyone. It's been a poor half. We've had 33% possession, which is unheard of for us. Battered us all game long. They've absolutely hammered us. Thrashing arms, far from pleased. It was the worst game we've played all season, that one. Just nowhere near the quality that we know we can find. Not even close. Forest Green have made a bid for Kirby. Good. 50 grand up front. With another 21 grand after 20 league games. And £3,400. No, per league appearance. Yeah, 34 grand. 34 grand over the course of the first 10 games. And I can make profit off him later. Not that we'll still be here. If he'll accept that, then he can go. That's Nia Kirby. Sold and on his way out. Come on, lads. Please. Let's get back to winning ways in the league, shall we? We have been wobbling of late. They've got a new manager at Port Vale in Phil Parkinson. So they're going to be looking for that new manager bounce. And we cannot let them have it. Rolsey looking for Harris. That is a ping. That's how to start a game. Almost exactly on the 1 minute mark. Luke Harris slams us 1-0 in front. That's the response we needed from the defeat in the last game. Brilliant pass by Rolsey. Harris touch superb. Finish just as good. Come on then, County. Let's get this league title, please. You never put a goalkeeper on the bench. I don't do that on FIFA, but on FM. I don't do that on FIFA, but on FM I always do leave a goalkeeper on the bench. But even if we had 2 in goal there, I don't think we'd have stopped that. Brilliant header by Forrester at the back post. Okay, 1-1. Is that new manager bounce? Here's Braybrook over the top looking for Kedwin Scott. Forrester wins the header. It will fall to Blake. It's whipped. Harris wins the header. Braybrook can't get there. Crest. King. Rolls. Harris in behind. Into the middle. Kedwin Scott. Goal! Kedwin Scott at the back post on the end of a Luke Harris cross. We've seen that before. Rossie's touch and then the ball out wide. Harris ever on the move. Touch is decent and then Kedwin Scott just knows where to be at the back post in those situations, doesn't he? Waste time, please. Let's see this through. This would keep us top. We were 3 games without a win until then in the league. 1-0 defeat against Rovers. 1-1 against Doncaster. Also Rovers. And 3-3 against Salford. That mental game. Come on. Come on. Let's kick on. It's Orient next. Oh! It's Orient next. It was even more important that we got that winner then. Orient away as well. You got a question. You're new to FM and curious. What's better for development, training facilities or youth? What's better for development, training facilities or youth facilities? You read training helps reach potential, while youth increase starting max potential. It depends. It doesn't necessarily depend on what's good for that individual. It depends on what you plan on doing with your squad. If you want to bring young players in and help them grow, then youth facilities, because you'll start off with a higher quality player. But if you're wanting to bring people in from elsewhere and improve them, then training facilities. If you want to build from within, I'd say youth. If you're looking to buy from elsewhere, then training. That would be my personal take on it anyway. After the Euro 2020 that Denmark had last summer, to see them bottom of that group with 1 point is a real shock. Now, I haven't applied for this job, but Accrington have come in to offer me a job interview. Now, I am not that keen on going to Accrington. I don't think that's really the sort of job that I would flourish at. And if they're going to be coming down and we're going to be taking Notts County up, I just don't think that's something that I'd like to do. We will keep an eye. I will keep an eye on who they hire, because that might be a job that we go for. But Aki Stanley, not the one. Not for me right now. It's good though that they've approached me without me applying for it. That is the first time that's happened in this entire save. To be fair, the Oxford job was the first one that I was given an interview for after applying as well. It's typical that Luke McGee needs one more clean sheet and has done for a number of games now to set the record, but we've conceded in 3 games in a row. Orient away. Second in the table, Leyton Orient away. This is going to be a particularly tricky one, you would imagine. We're in indifferent form ourselves. Even though we picked up a win in the last game, we still didn't play well. Orient are flying. Paul Smith scored twice against us last time, and we absolutely owe them because they beat us last time we played them. And if they do that again today, they will go top of the League 2 table with less than 20 games to go. In fact, less than, well, there'll be 16 games to go after this particular fixture. If we can win, though, and it is a big if, we could reaffirm our spot at the top of the table, go 4 points clear of Leyton Orient, and could go back up to 13 points clear of the playoffs and consolidate in the automatic promotion spots. I'm not that, as much as it's nice to win the title, I'm not that bothered about the title. I'm more concerned about getting the promotion. Whether we're first, second or third is not that important. We want the title, and if Luke Harris keeps scoring goals like that, then we absolutely might win it. Brilliant header. 1-0 in the 8th minute of the county. It could be Messi's last World Cup game. I don't think it will be, but it could be. Well in Shimanga. Baybrook's there too. He's going to lose it, but Rolsey's there to pick up the pieces. Kedwin Scott's on the run. Shimanga's through that gap. Bury it, Kabongo. Bury it, Kabongo. 27th goal of the season. 2-0 Notts County. Let's stay top of the Premier League. Thank you very much. Premier League, I wish. Let's stay top of League 2, shall we? Thank you very much. A dominant display in a game of great magnitude to send us 4 points clear at the top. And with MK Dons losing against Bristol Rovers, 14 points inside the top 3. I will go on record now and say that we absolutely will get promoted with Notts County this season. However, whether we win the title or not is still very much up for grabs. Bonuses have been paid out to a number of sides for us avoiding relegation, including a club in Chesterfield as part of Shimanga's contract, but that was never really in any doubt was it? We knew we were going to stay up. We knew we stood a chance of continuing to have a positive season and keep the momentum going, and we have so far done that well. Now, Grist and Braybrook are going to be cup tied for the game against Ipswich in the FA Cup in a few days' time, but Nico Jones can go straight in there, and Braybrook can come out. Regan Booty can go in, and Jordan Davies can go on the bench. But with that game in 4 days' time, we will give everyone a rest. And that game is the one that we will start the next episode with. If you're enjoying this Journeyman, then do let me know in the comment section. I'd love to hear your feedback about, like I said at the beginning, where you think we'll end up. No jobs there at the minute that I'm thinking of applying for. Although I'm hoping Accrington hire someone that isn't Gary Rowett, and potentially there might be a job opening up somewhere else. We'll wait and see how things progress, but for the time being, we're having another spectacular season here at Notts County. We should get a second promotion on our record and on our CV moving forward, and our managerial reputation will go up. But where we end up is still a mystery. Join me next time and maybe we'll find out. See you then.